The idea with this film was really just to capture that sort of like gritty humanity of boxing and of the talent. I think we all sort of have those classic boxing images in our head. This is an opportunity to lean into some of that imagery. My first impression of shooting on Xperia A7 Mark IV was really just how native it felt to me as a Sony shooter. All of my menu settings felt like, oh, I'm just on my Sony camera. This is sick, this looks ridiculous. A lot of the projects that I work on are sort of a blend of fashion and fitness. Where those two worlds combine is where I find inspiration. Being able to bring that aesthetic nature to sports or to fitness is kind of where I find my voice. Cool, there it is, cool. The Sony A7 Mark II was really the camera that, as I was coming into my own as a creative, that was sort of the tool that allowed me to kind of like find my voice. And ever since, I've only used Sony cameras. I think I've owned pretty much every single Sony camera. With this film in particular, with the Xperia device, one of the things that I was really excited about was just how easy it is to use, but also comes with the pro features that I'd want out of a cinema camera. So I can handhold it, I can get in tight spaces, I can get right up in with my talent. We're all really captivated by how well athletes move. And one of the things that I always think about is really the humanity behind the athlete. You know, there's so much emotion that goes into the sport that they're playing. With 120 frames per second, it really allows me to capture more of that humanity, where you kind of get to see the details in their face. You get to kind of see the intensity in their eyes and the focus. When we watch the footage back at 30 frames per second, you could tell the action was cool. But when we watched it back at 120 frames per second, you could actually feel more of what she was feeling. You could see she was moving quickly, but really get sort of the intensity in her eyes and sort of pull you into the emotion of how she was moving. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. The Xperia A7 Mark IV has 3 lenses, but basically 4 focal lengths. It's got the 16mm, the 24mm, and the 85 to 125mm, which you can use optical zoom to sort of move between. Really cool to have the versatility there. Lens choice is a lot about what I'm trying to say with the shot or what I'm trying to say in the frame. That's money right there. I'm trying to communicate the emotion of the athlete, and I want to go really tight so I can kind of see their eyes, see their intensity. Maybe you're seeing just details and you're seeing the sweat drip down their face versus a wide angle. I love wide angles. I sort of love the forced distortion of pushing a wide angle in close. It's sort of like a stylistic choice that I like a lot. In my work, I actually use a lot of zooms, so a lot of times I'm just moving really quickly and clients want a whole range of images from wide angles to super tight portraits. So the fact that the Xperia device has the 85 to 125 with optical zoom versus a digital zoom, so you're changing focal length without actually sacrificing image quality. Object tracking and eye autofocus has been a total game changer for me. I don't actually know if I can ever go back to not using Sony's eye autofocus, just because when I'm capturing athletes, they're moving so fast that it's so hard to rack focus or make sure that you're really nailing the shot. It's just amazing for me as a filmmaker because it's one less thing that I have to think about, right? I can think about what am I trying to say with this frame, not is she in focus or not, because she just is. It's wild. So often when you're on location shooting, you don't really know what you're gonna get. So many of the environments are just, they're challenging, right? Like it's either hard lighting or it's really dark, and being able to have dynamic range and just image quality to deliver regardless of what the environment looks like is just so important to me as a creator because I don't have a choice, I have to deliver. So regardless of environment, having the versatility, having the dynamic range is just essential for me.
That lighting is really solid.
With Xperia, I felt like I was able to focus more on the creative element because regardless of the shot idea I had or the framing that I wanted.
Cool, let me try that one more time.
I knew I'd be able to accomplish it across the multiple lenses.
There it is, that's it.
As a creator, my focus is on the art. It's on the thing that I'm creating, or it's on the final product for the client, whatever that might be. And so I don't really want to think about, do I have all the right pieces of equipment? Do I have all the right gear? Do I have all the right tools? And so just having the versatility and knowing that okay, no matter what situation I find myself in, I'm going to be able to create something amazing is really valuable. The Xperia 1 Mark IV, I think, is for anyone looking for more versatility in their toolkit.
That's awesome.
It's for somebody looking for ease of use, for quick creation, but also values the ability to really tweak settings and capture the perfect image.